Hi guys, welcome back to I Am Jonah. I'm going to be reading Mark 5, 21 through 43 and Luke 8, 40 through 56. I'm doing this because of the account in Matthew chapter 9. I knew when I was reading it there was like two or three other accounts in there, and there was only two others, and so I'd like to read that. And it's going to say the name of the little girl that Jesus brought back. I'm gonna have a problem saying her name, so forgive me for not saying it correctly, but I will put her name in the description. So here we go. And when Jesus was passed over again by ship unto the other side, much people gathered unto him, and he was nigh unto the sea. And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogues, Jairus by name, and when he saw him, he fell at his feet, and besought him greatly, saying, My little daughter lieth at the point of death. I pray thee, come and lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed, and she shall live. And Jesus went with him, and much people followed him, and thronged him. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, she came in the press behind, and touched his garment. For she said, If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be made whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed from that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press, and said, Who toucheth my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, Who toucheth me? And he looketh round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman was fearing and trembling, knowing that what she had done in her, came and fell down before him, and told him the truth. And he said unto her, Daughter, thy faith made thee whole. Go in peace, and be whole of thy plague. While yet speaking, there came from the ruler of the synagogue's house a certain which said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further? As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he saith unto the ruler of the synagogues, Be not afraid, only believe. And he suffered no man to follow him, save Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. That's why we have three records of what happened. Verse 38. And he cometh to the house of the ruler of the synagogues, and seeth the turmoil, and them that weep and wailed greatly. And when he come in, he saith unto them, Why make ye a dode, and weep? The damsel is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. But when he had put them all out, he taketh the father and mother of the damsel, and them that were with him, and entered in where the damsel was laying. And he took the damsel by the hand, and said unto her, Talitha, Cumi, which is being interpreted, Damsel, I say unto thee, rise. And straightway the damsel rose and walked. For she was of age of 12 years, and they were astonished with a great astonishment. And he charged them straitly that no man should know it, and commanded that something should be given to her to eat. Now Luke 8:40 through 56. And it came to pass, when Jesus was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of the synagogues. And he fell down at Jesus' feet, and besought him that he would come unto his house. For he had only one daughter, about 12 years of age, and she was lie a dying. But as he went, the people thronged him. And a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which had and a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which she had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood stopped. And Jesus said, Who toucheth me? When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude throng thee, and press thee, and saith thou, Who toucheth me? And Jesus said, Somebody hath touched me, for I perceive the virtue is gone out of me. And when the woman saw that she was not hid, she came trembling, and falling down before him, she declared unto him before all the people, for that cause she had touched him, and how she was healed immediately. And he said unto her, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace. While he yet spake, there cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue, saying to him, Thy daughter is dead, trouble not the master. But when Jesus heard it, he answered him, saying, Fear not, believeth only, and she shall be made whole. And when he come unto the house, he suffered no man to go in, save Peter and James and John, and the father and the mother of the maiden. And all wept and bewailed her. But he said, Weep not, she is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn, knowing that she was dead. And he put them all out, and took her by the hand, and called, saying, Maid, arise. And the spirit came again, and she rose straightway. And he commanded to give her meat. And her parents were astonished, but he charged them that they should tell no man what was done. So, in Matthew 9, and in these, we have three accounts of what Jesus did as to Jairus' daughter and the woman with the issue of blood, which I always thought was amazing growing up. And the woman with the issue of blood, her faith, all she wanted to do was touch the hem of his garment, not even go to him and say, Please heal me. Now, back in that time, she was very unclean because of the issue of blood, which is why she was so afraid, because a lot of things could have happened to her during that time. But by faith, we're supposed to ask Jesus for help, and he'll give it to us. By faith, Jairus asked for his daughter to be healed because she was sick. By faith, the woman with the issue of blood wanted to touch the hem of his garment. That way she could be healed. So I figured I'd share all three accounts with you. And that's it for today. Thank you for putting up with my coughing fit and all this jawing. So, have a good night or a good day. I am Jonah. You are Jonah. We are all Jonah. God bless.